You are 18 years old. Yesterday you were invisible. Today you're standing outside a private social club at the edge of your neighborhood, pretending you belong there. The door is heavy oak. The windows are dark. Inside, men laugh too loudly and speak too softly. Expensive cars idle along the curb like quiet trophies. Gold watches flash under streetlights. Respect hangs in the air like perfume. You want that respect, not the money, not the jewelry, not even the cars, the respect. So you wait. No one invites you in. No one offers you a seat. They notice you, but only in the way people notice furniture. You are useful if needed. Disposable if not. Someone finally tosses you a task. Go grab coffee. You run. That's how it begins. You fetch drinks. You wash cars until your hands crack from soap and cold water. You pick up food orders and carry them into the back room where card games stretch past midnight. You stand against walls. You listen. You memorize faces. You study tone. You speak only when spoken to. You are being tested every second. You don't realize it at first. You think you're just running errands. But they're watching how fast you move. How you react under pressure. Whether you gossip. Whether you complain. Whether you look hungry or desperate. One night, you see patrol lights 2 blocks away. You don't panic. You walk inside calmly and whisper to the man at the door. The music lowers. The back exit opens. By the time the police walk in, nothing illegal is visible. Just old men playing cards. No one thanks you, but someone nods, and that nod changes everything. You're allowed inside more often now. Not at the table, not in the inner conversations, but closer. You begin handling small cash deliveries. Nothing major, just envelopes moved from point A to point B. You're told not to open them. You never do. That's important. Soon, you're working with a sponsor, a mid-level operator who vouches for you. He explains the rule clearly. You earn. We all earn. Nothing you make is fully yours. A percentage flows upward, always upward. You learn the rhythm of the streets. Deals, negotiations, collections. You're present for tense conversations. You observe who speaks softly and who speaks loudly. You notice that the quietest men often carry the most power. But you're still the one taking risks. If something goes wrong, your name is the first one mentioned. You understand something critical. Loyalty is currency. And silence is survival. Then it happens. A job goes bad. Authorities make arrests. You are among them. In the interrogation room, the fluorescent lights hum. A detective leans forward. We know who you work with. You say nothing. They promise reduced charges. Protection. A fresh start. You say nothing. 3 years later, you walk out of prison. You lost time. You lost comfort. But you gained something far more valuable. Proof. You didn't talk. When you return, the reception is subtle. No parade. No celebration. But doors open easier. Conversations don't stop when you enter. You're introduced to a captain, someone who controls an entire crew. You are now officially under his wing. That means protection. It also means ownership. Your earnings increase. Your responsibilities grow. You manage smaller crews beneath you. You resolve disputes. You supervise operations. You no longer chase every dollar yourself. You ensure others do. But this is the most dangerous phase. The leadership is watching closely. They investigate your background, your bloodline, your history, any weakness, any betrayal in your family tree. One mistake now, and you'll never move higher. Then one evening, you're told to dress formally. No explanation. You're taken to a quiet basement room. A table sits in the center. Senior members surround it. The air feels heavy, ceremonial. An oath is spoken, a ritual performed. When you leave that room, you are no longer an outsider. You are inside the circle. You are protected by the organization's full weight. An attack on you is an attack on all. With protection comes responsibility. You now supervise rackets, oversee revenue streams, ensure operations run smoothly. You don't personally handle every conflict anymore. You assign it. You've crossed from labor to leadership. Still, when a direct order comes from above, you execute it without hesitation. Power grows, but so does isolation. You develop a reputation for handling difficult situations. When someone refuses to pay, your presence changes their mind. When disputes escalate, your calm tone resets the room. Fear becomes part of your image. But fear creates distance. Men work for you. Few trust you. Fewer befriend you. You tell yourself that loneliness is the price of strength. Then your captain falls under investigation. Heavy surveillance. Indictments. He can't operate openly. He appoints you as acting head of the crew. You're not permanent. That makes it complicated. You must keep revenue flowing upward to him. Keep soldiers disciplined. Prevent infighting. Expand operations carefully. If you perform poorly, you're removed. If you perform too well, you appear ambitious. Ambition threatens superiors. So you walk a razor's edge, competent but humble, strong but deferential. Months pass. The acting title disappears. You are officially the captain now. 10 core members report directly to you. Beneath them are dozens more associates. You control territory. You oversee income streams across multiple sectors. You no longer touch anything that could directly tie you to illegal acts. Layers exist now between you and risk. You focus on management. When two subordinates argue over money, you arbitrate. When earnings dip, you restructure. When law enforcement pressures a sector, you pivot operations. You are a buffer between chaos and the boss. But you have quotas. Every week, a package goes upward. If revenue declines too long, leadership replaces you. And in this empire, replacement is rarely gentle. Then you are chosen for something rare. Diplomacy. The bosses of rival factions cannot meet openly. Surveillance is constant. Phones are compromised. Buildings are monitored. So you become the messenger. You carry verbal messages only. No notes. No recordings. You travel between territories, preventing wars before they ignite. Negotiating apologies. Clarifying misunderstandings. Cooling tempers. You realize something important. The most powerful weapon isn't violence. It's communication. Your reputation evolves. You're seen as steady, strategic, measured. Eventually, you're invited into the inner council. You are now advisor to the boss. You don't command crews directly anymore. You analyze risk, structure operations to avoid federal charges, anticipate legal threats, de-escalate emotional decisions. When the boss wants immediate retaliation, you say, think long-term. You are one of the few allowed to disagree with him. Carefully, respectfully. Your safety lies in being useful, not threatening. Years pass. The underboss falls. Prison, illness, internal conflict. You are elevated. Second in command. All captains report to you now. You collect consolidated revenue. You settle major disputes. You insulate the boss from exposure. But you are now the most visible target. Ambitious captains see you as an obstacle. Law enforcement sees you as leverage. Rivals see you as a shortcut to power. You must project strength without overshadowing the boss. You are powerful, but you must appear loyal above all. Finally, it happens. The boss is removed. Prison sentence after a long federal case. The council meets. Your name rises. You become the head of the empire. There is no celebration, only silence. You sit at the head of the table now. You don't touch cash. You don't give direct operational orders. You whisper guidance to your underboss. Layers separate you from crime. 3 days after you suggest a change, something shifts on the streets. You never speak about it again. You meet with other leaders across the country. Territories are divided. Alliances formed. Conflicts avoided. You